Hey guys. I don't normally post here except to poke fun at people and bump interesting threads, but something happened to me yesterday that I need to talk about. Be me, living with folks in town near Chicago. Not a complete need. Yet. Do contract work as a network technician while studying at the local college. Mom works for a small telephone and internet company as a secretary. Small as in like 4 people. I know the owner pretty well. He'll often hire me for jobs. Nice guy. Get a call on Tuesday. They're moving to a different office nearby and need some networking gear organized and put into a new storage unit tomorrow. It's paid and I have nothing better to do since chickenpox is taking all my work away. I agree. Next day. It's raining. Get a call and boss man suggests I wait for it to let up so the boxes don't get soaked. Wait a while, rain lets up a bit. I head out. Get there and start loading boxes into my mom's Ford since it's bigger than my car, take them to storage unit and get them nice and organized. Storage complex is between highway and about an acre of forested area. I worked at UPS for 2 years. This is nothing. Make a few runs, unit is looking nice, pick related, took around second run. While partway through with my third, the rain picks up like crazy. It had been raining all day and we'd been getting flooding, but this was really heavy. Can't get boxes from my car to the unit in this rain, so I get comfy inside the unit, put on some jazz, don't judge me, and start working on fixing a MacBook for another client. Work for about 2 hours while I wait for the rain to clear up. Cozy.og. It just keeps getting worse. It's not very cold though, and only about 3 in the afternoon, so I'm fine hanging out. I finished with the Mac a while ago and am now just chilling. Then I start hearing smashing from nearby. Sounds like something hitting metal. Car crash on the nearby highway? No, it's coming from the other direction. I really don't want to go out and get wet. Whatever. Some asshole probably dropped something. This is a public area like 200 feet from a busy highway. It's raining, but it's still the middle of the day and I even saw other people earlier. Zero fear. Keep working, keep hearing various banging noises. I'm going to feel like a real cunt if I find out tomorrow that someone was hurt out there and I didn't bother checking. Fucking fine. I'll go check. Rain has let up a bit, but it's still pouring. Head out, round corner looking for noise. Notice massive hole in the fence leading to the little forest area. See something white moving near a dumpster by a fence. Should be wearing glasses, but I lost them a month ago and haven't bought new ones because poor. Zoom and enhance. Squint. Spend 1/100th of a second thinking, is that a big garbage bag under the dumpster? That's not a garbage bag. Garbage bags don't have arms. They don't click either. Pick related. It's a shitty map of the area. Now let me make something clear. I've read Skinwalker and Inwood stories on here for a long time and know all the tropes. This had none of them. It was the middle of the day. I'm not in some deep forest or ancient tunnel or abandoned farmhouse. I'm in the middle of a small town and can hear traffic on the highway just 300 feet away. I didn't smell any rotting blood or stop hearing the wind or anything. I didn't feel a sense of unease or nervous at all. This was not a setting I expected horror in. Still not convinced I'm in danger. Just confused. Try and get a closer look at the thing. Maybe 150 feet away from it. Can see what looks like a big bag of skin under there, but there's these massive white spikes poking out from under it. Keep hearing clicking noises. Hello? Who's that? Immediately regret making yelling out. Why would I do that? This is the kind of thing I get mad at people in other green texts for doing. Typewriter garbage bag thing must have heard me. Something big squeezes out from underneath the dumpster. Massive pile of skin and spiky bits, at least 4 feet tall. It stands up. It is now taller than me. At least 6 feet 5 inches. It looks like if you took a spider, reversed its body, made it pale white, and slapped big pointy arms on it. It has a pointy and angular body kind of like a crayfish or spider, but clearly fleshy instead of hard except for the tips of its arms/legs. Face is smooth and flat except for a slit on each side of its head and a recession at the bottom full of little moving things. Didn't get a good look. I think they looked like crayfish mouth parts. Even from where I am I can tell it's covered in tons of scratches and bruises. Creature is clearly not happy. It doesn't seem to mind the rain, but every time there's thunder it flinches hard. Also seems to be spitting up a large amount of water out of its mouth. Imagine it in the corner scene in Pick. You can kind of see the torn fence, but the dumpster was moved. I can hear it fucking clicking louder now. Not like a bat or dolphin though. It sounded more like a typewriter or someone flicking a lighter. Start freaking out internally. This is not possible. I live in a decently sized city. There's no forests or swamps or deserts for whatever this is to hide in. The forest nearby is like an acre wide. You would be able to see through it if not for the little hill in the middle. It doesn't give a shit if it's possible. It's moving towards me. Thankfully it doesn't seem very fast. Quickly think. I don't know what this is. I have no weapons and my car is 100 feet away around the corner. I don't know how fast or dangerous this thing is either. Start slowly backing away. Too scared to let it out of my sight. Yelling progressively louder, hoping someone will hear me. Hello? Hello, help. Anyone help please. It starts moving faster, clicking more rapidly. It moved kind of like a crab with the 6, I think, legs at the bottom moving it around while the 2 arm things were raised up like claws. Try to move faster to get away, but I'm still too terrified to turn away from it. End up awkwardly backwards running into a concrete bollard and fucking up my back. It's moving really quick now. It's about 20 feet away from me. Absolutely terrified, but I grab a loose piece of asphalt and get ready to try and smash it in the weird mouth parts. Suddenly loud truck horn on the highway nearby. It starts flinching again. Take my chance to coward out. Throw rock at its head, miss, and haul ass away. Eventually reach the row of storage units my car is in. Get in, start the engine, peel the fuck out. Get of storage complex, no time for codes, instead I do something incredibly stupid. Hop out of my car, scale the fence, and start running across the busy highway into a fucking graveyard. Pick mostly unrelated. Funny car I saw there earlier that day. So this is where most of the excitement ends. Instead of turning into another Greentext, the graveyard was fine. I ran to the nearby church. A little parish office lady let me in and let me use her phone to call the police. Obviously I didn't tell them I saw a fucking skin spider monster, but someone with guns needs to get in there ASAP. Tell them I saw a shifty looking man waving a pistol around at the self-storage center. I waited at the chapel for one to arrive and thanked the old lady. The cop asked me some questions and I just gave vague answers. Didn't need to lie about fucking up my back by backing into a concrete bollard though. Apparently cops found nothing there. There was another guy in the storage area at the time who heard me scream but wasn't able to find me before I ran out of there. I'm not an artist, but I tried to draw what I saw. Sorry for the low quality. I should mention, I had to go back there today. No rain, was nice and sunny, but even though I reported an armed and dangerous homeless man to the police, my mom still wanted the work done. If I wasn't going to do it, she was, and I'm not sending my own mother to go get eaten by a typewriter skin spider, so I tell her I'll go and finish the job. I do, and it was uneventful. I saw one cop there keeping a lookout who nearly jumped out of his skin when I said hello but said nothing was wrong. I took a couple pics for you guys and got the fuck out. No, I'm not going to go and investigate the area. I'm not retarded. All I had to write on for the timestamp was gloves because chinaflu.
White. No eyes. Echolocation. Doesn't like loud noises. OP, that's a fucking cave monster. Where on your map did you forget to draw the opening to the Hell Cave?
Sounds like a demon. Pretty rare to see ones like that. Definitely echolocation. You said there was no smell?
No caves. Well, I say no caves, but back when I was around 5 I was friends with an older boy named Joey who made offhand mentions to a fucking sick cave somewhere nearby. I thought he was full of shit because this is the same Joey who climbed into the tree in my backyard and started talking to convince my dumb ass I had a magic talking tree. I'd ask him for details, but about 15 years ago he got into some problems with drugs, broke into my garage to steal my dad's tools, and then him and his family moved away a few months later. No smell. It was raining pretty hard though, and I doubt I would have been able to smell much anyways. Plus it never got closer than about 25 feet.
Quite interesting. Out of pure research, and definitely not to offend, but do you have any history of mental health problems?
None. I've literally never had anything paranormal happen to me. I've been taking some antidepressants for the past few years, but I mean, who isn't these days? Either way, they've never made me hallucinate. I wasn't drinking since I was driving around all day, and I don't touch narcotics either. I understand the skepticism though. I know it sounds crazy, which is why I didn't tell anyone.
Theory time. It lives in a cave somewhere in that acre of forest. It's clearly flexible, seeing as despite being over 6 feet tall it's able to squeeze under a dumpster that's probably only a few inches off the ground. Because of this, the entrance to its cave is probably only a couple feet wide. Small enough for people to miss. It never comes out because clearly it's adapted to life underground, and if it were to come out people would have seen it by now, considering how small the area is. During the heavy rain its cave flooded and it was forced to escape. That's most likely where it got all its bruises and cuts from. Once it got to the surface it started trying to hide under something, hence the dumpster. Since it uses echolocation it can't detect anything very well in the rain, which is why it didn't hear you until you yelled at it. As you were yelling for help it could get a better and better sense of where you were, so that's why it went faster. After the truck horn stunned it and you ran off, the sirens of the police probably scared it back into the forested area. How they didn't find it there, if they checked, is beyond me, but if the rain has stopped now and the water receded, then it's probably back in its cave now.
But how do you feel up? Interested in investigating this? Or do you just want to move on?
I suppose I could try looking around the area. Just looked at the place on maps and it looks like there's another self-storage place to the east and a junkyard to the north. I have no idea what either of these things are though. Especially that thing in the middle.
I'm no professional biologist, but being a weird person, I've dissected and held captive enough crawdads to know the fuckers get all soft and squishy when they molt. Creatures that live under the sea in the dark are often more vibrationally sensitive than land dwellers. It's easier to feel shit in the water. From your general description, it may have been some kind of large arthropod that had just molted. If you can go back there, try and look around the dumpster for tissue or carapace. I'd bet the thing didn't have complex bones, so act fast. Crows eat just about anything, and I'm sure they wouldn't mind some cave lobster.
If you explore the area, take an air horn. They are lightweight and loud. Seems like your monster wouldn't like it.
Interesting. Thanks for sharing the expertise. Are arthropods flexible? It seemed to be able to fit in that really small space under that dumpster for something that was over 6 feet when it stood up. That's actually a super good idea. I'll look into picking one up tomorrow.
Don't most storage facilities have security cameras? I would think that they would check them after you reported someone with a gun.
We got Mbois. I'll ask the cops when they pull footage what they have. Maybe I can get a hold of the video and post it?
Be me, be cave monster, chilling in cave after attempting to shish kebab some nerd yesterday. Hear a noise, look around with echolocation. Some fuck with a stick is standing in my cave. It's that guy from yesterday. Before I can attack him, he starts beating me with a fucking baton. The souls of rioters brained with it 60 years ago empower it with magic energy. As I lie there in a puddle of my own blood, the man leaves. My last thoughts before he drops a World War II artillery shell into my cave and incinerates me instantly is that I really shouldn't have evolved away those gills.
Here. Congrats, by the way. All the memeing you guys have done has removed any fear I had before. I am now ready to go lynch a crab monster. Also, update regarding the police. I may have been forced to convince them I didn't actually see a man with a gun. They were asking questions like, what did he look like? What was he wearing? What kind of gun did he have? And I had to give incredibly vague answers to keep them from starting a manhunt for someone who isn't real. I'm pretty sure at this point they think I just saw someone holding some other metal object and panicked. They said they'd keep an eye out and let me know if they see anything, but I think that's just a way of saying that they won't be doing anything.
Last one hit bump limit. Meetup today 5/2/2020. Let's see how it goes. Post about the expedition, lads. Pick related is all the important parts of the thread.
Up from the last thread. At a bench in front of Pete's now. I can drive y'all to the storage depot and open the gate. How many am I expecting?
3 of us here including OP. Get on out here.
Up here. 2 guys showed up. They were friends apparently. We decided to wait until 1:30 to see if anyone else would show up. At like 1:25 father we found out about the water park. The first guy went to go get something from his car. 10 minutes later he texts his friend saying he's not coming. Guess he chickened out. Other guy decided, understandably, to not head out on his own into an abandoned water park with some guy he doesn't know. So now it's just me. I'm not letting you down though. You're all there giving me your energy and I'm not going to let this thread end without an adventure.
Go up. Go up. Go up. Don't be scared.
Arrived. Ignore the black bars. I have to take screenshots of the images to keep them from being posted upside down and I'm not cropping each one.
Op delivered.
Op pussied out as soon as it started raining. Op pussied out as soon as it started raining.
I was there.
Alright everyone. I'm back at home safe and sound enjoying a Pepsi. Thanks to everyone who believed my story and stayed along for the stream. I'm sorry this turned out to be nothing burger, but I hope the fact that I still went to explore after the other guys flaked made up for it a bit. I had a great time today.